Greetings friends, it's me, Wayman 29. I'm out on the trail with my mountain bike here, and it's a good form of exercise. I love riding. I've been thinking about approaching Islam, not signing up, but just going through it. I never read the literature, and so I think I'm going to do that because it's time. And to me, I'm going to need to rip it limb to limb, and my experience dealing with Judaism, textual criticism, Jewish literature, and Christian literature, and textual criticism. I never have looked at the ideas of Islam, nor have I read the text, nor have I studied the theology about it. But from the hundreds of videos that I've seen on websites, from viewing Christians' reactions and input, I think Islam is going to be kind of the same way. And I respect the literature very much, because to me, literature is the burning bush, to me, the metaphor of the burning bush. And I see the bush burning, and it's not consumed. So I'm going to go over there and check it out. So what I mean by not being consumed, meaning that the literature stays the same with all of its problems and issues and truth. It's the ideas of men and theology that evolve around it. I can almost bet, as with Judaism and Christianity, the Islam of 10 years ago is not the Islam of today. The Islam of 40 years ago is not the Islam of today, because there's this progression that needs to happen so that the cultures can digest it and find meaning in their lives through it. So as I do these videos, I'm going to put it in a playlist. Those who are conservative Islamic proselytizers, as evangelical Christian proselytizers, do not send me all text videos. Please be talking if you want to have input or refute what I'm saying, because we're going to go through this. This is going to be both a fair and foul thing, and maybe we all might learn something from this. And also, please do not fill my inbox, as evangelical Christians have, with Islamic, pro-Islamic propaganda, because as with the evangelical literature and propaganda, it will just all be deleted. And please, like the evangelical Christians, do not send me articles that are emboldened with text in certain areas and highlighted, because to me, that's just biased. If you know of any great commentaries, please send it in. Useful information. So all we're doing here, friends, all we're doing here is, as I approach this, I'm not being mean-spirited at all, because I know those sorts of things exist in my dealings with fundamentalism. I'm not saying that all Islam is fundamentalist, just like all Christian is not fundamentalism. But what I'm saying is we need to separate the chaff from the wheat. So by requesting all this stuff, all I'm saying is I'm throwing it up into the wind, letting the wind blow out the chaff. And to me, all the useless information and all the cheerleading and all the adamant emotional is chaff. It's chaff, friends. And like I said before, we need to use the literature to pull people from the ditch and not put nooses around their necks. So today I'm going to start reading, and we're going to be looking at a wide range of stuff. And I am not a part of any particular belief system. I have a background in evangelicalism, I have a background in fundamentalism, and I came from that. And Yahya, here on YouTube, known as YahyaWay, Y-H, YahyaWay. I'll post a link to a site. It's been most helpful because he came from Protestant movement and converted to Islam, so it's been most helpful in answering questions in a very responsible way. So he's been a great help, and I've also helped him out in a few areas, converting the Quran to be used with Bible Eastward program off the internet. It's multi Islamic translations of the Quran in English. So hopefully that'll be helpful to anybody who wants to use it. So there were not a lot of topical files for Eastward concerning Islam, and I think there should be. So as I approach this, we're going to look at different types of theologies. We're going to look at ancient Near Eastern literature as compared to the Quran. We're going to look at sayings of the Jewish fathers, the hadiths, and we're going to check out some of those teachings. And people have a lot of issues with Quran because they view it as violent. However, just from reading Isaiah, Jeremiah, the literature sprang from a violent culture, so I have no qualms with violent teachings, because those people had to do what they had to do in those types of settings to prevent assimilation and to combat their livelihoods and who they were and their identities as a people. It happens all the time. It even happens today in Christianity. So, whereas most believers of Islam are flowing between the two banks of Allah in a straight course, I have no banks, so I may overflow. And at times it may be harsh, and like I said before, it may be a fair and foul thing, but the bush will not be consumed, I assure you. But if you will be patient with me and let me consume and let me burn the bush and try to burn the bush, so I know about the bush, so I know about every aspect and dimension of it, or try to learn it, just bear with me. That's what I mean by being a fair and foul thing, because sometimes you're not going to like the things I come up with, but I'm not going to look back, because it's all a learning process, and it's a progression. So just bear with me, and please be patient. And if you don't like the stuff I'm saying, you don't want to hear this, just unsubscribe. I don't have a problem with that. And please, if you're going to make replies, like I said before, please do it responsibly and constructively, which means as I never edited comments. Everything stands. However, if I start getting a lot of emotion, they will be edited. I just have to do it because, as I have seen from other videos and from others who have done videos, the comments can get out of hand. Not that I'm trying to limit the expression of ideas, but I'm trying to separate the wheat from the chaff, so I may have to do it. But I will not, as long as I deem it that it's going well and being necessary. And please allow me to respond. I'm trying to be understanding here, and I don't mean to be disrespectful if I accidentally forget to say peace be upon him after certain names of Muhammad, peace be upon him. I'm not accustomed to doing that, so just be patient with me. And I'll definitely be talking to Yahya and we'll see how it goes. It'll be I'm kind of excited about it, and it'll be an interesting exploration. So just to go over what I'm going to talk about a little bit, I'm going to start off reading the background of Muhammad, both the secular and the Islamic view of who he was and what he did, just so I kind of get a background on the writing style and kind of expect what's coming up. So, and then Yahya has emailed me some really great, and the friends at Islam chat on Stickam have emailed me some great commentary. So thanks guys for all your help with that. And also, if you feel like doing videos, I will post the responses because I'm very fair, as long as they're pointing out things and being constructive. But please talk on the videos, not just text and music, because I don't know, it's just too impersonal. So so we'll see how this goes, friends, and hope you enjoy the ride, and we'll see how much the forest fire can consume before it wears out. So I guess my opinion of it, you have to wait for the metaphor to be built, and a lot of times people don't have the patience for that, and they become frustrated with it. They become frustrated with the literature and the text, and they don't wait for the metaphor to be built. They don't try to put the pieces back together and reconstruct it after they've been burned with fundamentalism. So I'm trying to be as fair as possible here. So this is just an explanation on where I'm going to be going in my next series of videos. And I have not forgotten about Judaism. I'm still reading that. I got a book coming in the mail. But okay, friends, we're at the end of the trail here. So take care, and remember, if everybody's thinking alike, then somebody isn't thinking.